This tutorial is when you are actually given the slope, so you don't have to worry about parallel lines, perpendicular lines. Are you supposed to take an inverse or anything like that? You're just given that the slope is here, but it's got to go through this point. Now remember that your slope-intercept form, y equals m, mx plus b, is your standard form, okay? So what you need to do is take your point that's at 9, 1 and substitute those terms or those coordinates in for the variables, okay? I'm trying to write x and y, but it's not working. Okay, there we go. So y in this case would be 1. So y equals mx. You're given that the slope here is 7 thirds mx. So again, refer to your slope or your slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Your x point is at 9, but we don't know where that crosses the y-axis. So then what we're going to commit to do here is to solve for where that crosses the y-axis. So all we do is just a little bit of math. Now remember that a whole number times a fraction, put the whole number over 1, and then you just multiply straight across. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. So what you have here is 1 equals, and then 7 times 9, 63. 3 times 1, 3, plus b, because that hasn't changed. We haven't changed anything over here. The only thing we did is multiply. Now, we're still solving in terms of b. So let's simplify this fraction. 63 over 3, 63 divided by 3, that's going to give us 21 when you divide it out, plus b. That's supposed to be a plus, and that's supposed to be a b. Now, you're still solving. Let me just clear everything out. You're still solving for 21. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, 1 equals 21 plus b. Okay. So 1 equals 21 plus b. Now, okay, that looks terrible. Sorry, y'all. If you could see me trying to use this touch screen, you'd be laughing right now. Some of you in class got to this point and you kind of got stuck. You're like, I've got to this. What do I do? Remember, you're just solving for that variable. You want this variable by itself. So you have to do the opposite. And here, since that's a positive 21, you're adding it. You just subtract 21. And remember, you got to do that on this other side. 1 minus 21 is negative 20. Okay. So we have that b is negative 20. Now all we have to do is just write this in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. M is the slope. We're given the slope is 7 thirds. Some of you solved here, but you stopped. Don't stop, okay? The directions are write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, okay? Y equals mx plus b. Now that's a negative 20. So it's not just going to be plus, it's going to be minus. So keep it like that. So when you're given the slope, when you're given a point, the first thing is to solve for that y-intercept. Plug in your x-coordinate. Plug in your y-coordinate. That's supposed to be x up here. Plug in your x-coordinate. Plug in your y-coordinate. Plug in your slope, and then solve for that variable. Once you have that variable, it's kind of like start over. Write your slope-intercept, but put that, what you solved for it, put that in here, and then you got it.